How could understanding personal finance help you retire sooner? Well, we're going to answer this question in our financial freedom video, so stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Welcome back to our channel. Well, Carson, today you're teaching on personal finance and how it's all about managing your money to achieve your financial goals and secure your future.
Yeah, exactly. Because when it comes to personal finance, Andrea, it's definitely about budgeting. It's about saving money. It's about investing your money and also planning for your short-term and long-term needs. And today, what I'm going to do is illustrate 5 areas of your financial house that you need to get in order to make sure that you can maintain a healthy financial lifestyle. But before we get into that, there are always 2 rules to retirement income that we'd like to give you. And Andrew, what are those 2 rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money. And rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today and talk about the 5 areas of your financial house that you need to get in order for you to have financial success.
Now, Carson, you see personal finance as a journey as opposed to a destination, but the goal is to always start with the basics, right?
That is correct, Andrea. And if you do, you'll be well on your way to financial stability and success. So what I'm going to do, Andrea, is break this down today so that everyone watching can see what financial success looks like on every level of their financial house. So let's go ahead and jump into our teaching slides so we can take a better look at this. Now, when it comes to personal finance, there are 5 fundamental building blocks that you need to prioritize for you to have financial stability and success. So let's talk about each of these building blocks. At the base of your home, the first financial building block that you need to really have is income. Now, if you're talking about income, it's going to be money that you earn from gainful employment, or it can be money that you earn from your investments or other sources. But without having income, you literally do not have a foundation to even build your house on. So you want to make sure that you secure good income so you can start building upon the other things that your financial house will have associated with it. And that next association on that building block on your house will, of course, be expenses. Now, when it comes to expenses, we all know that as soon as we typically start having income, expenses are typically going to follow. Now, expenses are going to be things that you obviously spend your money on, and these can be fixed expenses or they can be variable expenses, and they can also be discretionary expenses that you really can do without, like, entertainment or hobbies. Now, the one thing that you really should understand that you don't want your expenses to outweigh your income. If you end up in that particular situation, you could end up going virtually bankrupt or finding yourself in too much debt. So make sure that once you start making income, that the expenses that you start to acquire are going to be measured so that you do not have a situation to where you're running out of money. Now, if you can control the second building block of your financial house, you can then move on to the next level of then building assets for yourself, like building up some cash or savings that you can rely on. You can build up investments or start purchasing real estate. You can start owning a home if you were actually renting before. This is going to be how you build your wealth. Now, of course, if you're able to get to this level of building wealth, there is no doubt that you are going to get to another level in your financial house that you really need to pay attention to, and that is the debt that is associated with those assets. Now, we know that in this equation of debt, there's good debt that you may have acquired, like debt that you may have on a mortgage or debt that you may have for real estate property. Or there also may be other debts that you have acquired, like credit card balances or student loan debt. Nevertheless, when it comes to this portion of your financial house, Just like your expenses should not outweigh your income, your debts should not outweigh the value of your assets, because if they do, you're going to have what is known as a negative net worth. So you don't want to be in that situation, because that is the opposite of building wealth. So if your assets minus your debts can be positive, you're definitely well on your way to building a really strong financial house at this point. Now, the last area of your financial house that I do want to talk about are your wants. Believe it or not, making sure that you can satisfy some of your wants is an important building block of your financial success. We don't want to spend all of our time making money, building assets, and then not being able to do some of the things that we like to do, like travel. Or maybe at this point of the equation, you can buy a better car for yourself because you have your finances in order. Maybe you can buy a bigger home for your family at this point. But what my main premise on this, and why this is the smallest area that I want you to understand that you cannot abuse, is that your wants should never supersede these other areas of your financial house. Because if they do, you can end up having a financial house that looks like this, and a financial house that is primarily built on satisfying all of your wants will not be able to stand.
All right, Carson. So, what's the moral of this video?
Well, the moral of this story is that personal finance is really about understanding the elements of building a strong foundation and making sure that your needs are always going to outweigh your wants. And if this is really difficult for you, as always, it is important for you to speak to a financial advisor who can help you build a solid financial plan to put everything in its proper place.
After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers. Please note that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.